Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Quietly, and this is the second episode of my Let's Play. We are playing Frostpunk currently. When we left off, we had gotten through the first day, and we were kind of talking about all of the basics and stuff like that. And this event came up that kind of was our first law. And what laws do, so if I click this, open the Book of Law, as you can see, critical shortage, the number of sick are rising, and we don't have enough materials to build a medical post. Perhaps a short burst of effort could help us gather necessary materials. So if you open this up, you can see our law branch, which is, there's a whole bunch of them, and they all do different things. So when you click on this, you can see all of the different things. You can see the positive effect is in blue, and then the negative effects are in red. And you kind of have to make tough decisions based on what's going to help in the long term with this city. And as you are passing laws and stuff like that, the discontent of the people are going to rise. And if the discontent gets to 100% and you can't get it back down, you're basically going to be booted out and exiled from the city, so you're going to lose. Which means we don't want to do that. But basically, you sign all of these laws, and some of them are good, some of them are bad. And right now they want to talk about emergency shift. And I know personally that I use emergency shift a lot, especially towards the end, which is probably why I fail, to be honest, because every time you click the emergency shift, the discontent rises, which is not good. But I know that in emergency situations, this is definitely something that I'm going to want. So I'm going to just sign it now. That way later on, when I need to sign like the other laws, the cooldown is off. And I already have it for if I need it. So as you can see, it's almost 7 o'clock, which means it's almost work time. And we're going to get going with supplies so that we can get a food hut built, right here, a food hut. We need a hunter's hut, we need a med bay, and we need more tents, and we need a workshop. So we have a lot to do today, and the first thing that we're going to need to do that is wood. So what I'm going to actually do, don't have any people over there, right, is I'm going to just put a bunch of people on the wood crates and just get the wood crates going, because I need to do a lot of building. And as you can see, the wood's going up, the coal's going up now, which is good because we didn't have any coal overnight, or anybody doing coal overnight, so we kind of we really brought that number down because we were trying to make sure people were heated up and stuff like that. So as we can see here, since there's nobody, well, I'm going to go ahead and keep the generator on, although since there's nobody there, we don't really necessarily need it. And as you can see, like the huts here, they're still very warm. It's these people over here that I'm mostly going to be worried about. So we're going to just turn that off for a little while to see if we can save some coal. Because in the long term, we're going to need a lot of coal, and we're going to need a lot of food. The other resources for the blizzard aren't really as important, but they're still important. Like, you can turn wood into coal, so I'm going to end up stockpiling that. And this is important to make sure that we get to it. But in the end, the main thing that I'm going to be focusing on, and the main issue that I have, is that I'm really bad with discontent. And I'm really bad at making sure I have all the resources that I need to get to that storm. So I'm going to play really conservatively until we get to, like, where I definitely need to make sure that I have it. So right now we have a lot of wood built up, so I'm going to build some more tents. Oops, that's not what I wanted. These won't be built until later. Actually, I'm going to take these ones away right here. And I'm going to build instead, going to build another gathering post, which is in resources for these people over here. And we're gonna go like that and like that. And we're gonna get these people into gathering huts instead of just loose and in the snow, because I don't want them to get sick. So that way we have coal, we have steel, we have lots of wood coming in, and we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. And I'm actually going to do another, I need to do this. Get that road all the way there. And then I'm going to do my 3 layers of tents. I don't think that was all the way against that post. Yeah, that road is kind of messing things up. So I'm gonna do that instead. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna fix that problem right now. So I have 3 layers of that out there. And then I'm gonna do a workshop once I have more wood for that. As you can see, people are kind of building now. So we've got things going. We have our max there. We have coal coming in. We have our people that are in the toasty little huts. I should probably do one over here also, but I really need to save up wood. I'm gonna kind of speed this up, just to get it going. The beginning is not very interesting. So I'm gonna have houses all around here in a big loop. As you can see, provide shelter. Our time is running out for this. We only have 23 hours left, but luckily we had those tents ready to go. We're gonna turn the generator back on for the night and get that going. People now have tents and stuff like that. We only have 20 homeless left, which is amazing. We want to get more people into tents. There we go. We only have 2 homeless left and we have 1 more tent going. Each tent, little camp, holds 10 people, so that's good. As you can see, everything's toasty warm right now. We have a lot of coal. The coal goes down quick though, which is not fun. Do we have anything else here? We have building abilities. Nothing new there to explain. We can actually sign a new law though. So what law do I want to have right now? So that I can get it out of the way. I don't really want to have to build anything else right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do soup. I'm gonna do this one because this one you don't have to build anything for it, but it can come in handy later on. It's kind of a hard decision though because with soup, unless you have like down over here, there's another law that's like moonshine where it doesn't affect things as much. But with soup, every however long you have it as the main like ration, it makes discontent rise. So it causes an initial rise in discontent, and then while people are eating soup, it's gradually making it rise more. And it makes hope fall. So that's just all around bad, but it also spreads out your rations a lot more. So it's kind of hard. It's like a catch-22 because if you don't have a lot of food, it's a really good choice. But if you do, like if you put it on soup for too long, people are going to not be very happy. And then the other one is food additives, which is we can add sawdust to meals to make them more filling, although not exactly tasty or healthy. So that's kind of really bad. You don't really want to add sawdust to your food, even if it does make it like more filling. It makes hope fall, it makes discontent rise, and some people are going to get sick, which is what we don't want. We don't want people getting sick. That's basically, if too many people get sick, you kind of just spiral and you can't really do anything about it. So what I'm gonna do and what I usually do is I get soup. If anyone knows this game better than me, and wants to suggest I get the food additives, let me know in the comments, like if I should be getting the other one instead. I don't think so. I think soup is the better bet, and I guess it's kind of just how you want to play. So yeah, we have everyone intense. We have soup. We have this cooldown going. We need to make a cookhouse. First thing. We need to make a med bay. First thing. And we need to make our workshop. First thing. So those are going to be the things that I'm going to try to do in the morning once people are working. As you can see, it's 5:30, so we're almost there. As you can see, the people are kind of down here talking to me. We survived another night! Yay! I'm going to speed it up a little bit while we're sitting here because it's kind of boring in the beginning. I don't have any hunters going out or scouts or anything like that, so we're gonna speed it up so people, as you can see, all the little people going out to work. I really worry about these people over here that are working in the coal pits without a gathering hut. Alright, the workday has started and our resources are going up. So the first thing I want to do is get down a workshop, because that is super important in progressing things. And then the second thing I want to get down is a medical post, just because we have six sick people who are out there working sick, and we don't want them to get even sicker. So now that we have 17 resources, let's see, we need 25 wood for this. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing 3 layers of houses here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of med bays and stuff here. Maybe infirmaries and care houses and stuff like that. Have this little section kind of like the hospital area, I guess. We're on day 3, and we only have until day 5 to get ready for this temperature drop. And as you can see, like I said before, it'll go down 2 and then it'll only go up 1. So we really need to make sure that we're starting to get the coal built up, and we're starting to get this going, because this is going to allow us to increase the the insulation and the other things. Yay! So now that the workshop is built, I can put 5 engineers in here. There are like a few things on this in this game where only engineers can work in. Workshops, med bays, things like that. Only engineers can go in there. So it's kind of very important that you have kind of a stockpile of engineers, but they also are very easy to get, at least in easy mode. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. No, I didn't mean to do that either, but we're gonna do that anyway. So yeah, you're here on this menu, and then you can click Add Research, which brings you to the thing that I was just on. So, Yeah, so we have all of these different things that we can do. As you can see, heating, we can get all of these heating. We need to get all the way down here to generator power 3, and we need to have overheat coupling on before the big storm. So this is going to be a focus, this is going to be a focus. And I also like improve heaters and steam hub. This I usually go with, but I'm wondering if I maybe shouldn't, and I should more focus on this because I don't really need... I mean, this is so nice because it increases like the individual temperatures of the buildings. Anyway, we'll figure that out later on. We also have beacon. We have like resources, faster resources gathering. We have all of these big buildings that are going to be very important later on. Maybe not this one, but this one for sure. For wood, steel, like I said, is very important for later on when we're doing things. Coal. And then we have food and housing, which is very important also because like you get to a house and then you can get down here and each house houses more people, I believe. And then the insulation of these things is kind of important, but I guess not priority. What we're going to start with is we're going to start with beacon. Because I know once we get a beacon down, we're going to be able to send out scouts and find more people and stuff like that. So that's going to be super important. So let's see. We have 50 wood now, which means we can put down a med bay. We're going to put one down here and here. We're going to put 2 down because we have 10 available engineers left. And then what we need next is a cookhouse, which is 20 wood. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get 20 wood, so we're actually going to take that away. Each med bay houses how many people? 10 people. Right? Oh, it has 5 beds. So we're actually gonna need 2 because we have 6 sick people. And then we're gonna need 25 for a cookout, or 20 for a cookhouse. Cool. So, I actually want to see. No, that's fine. Put it on the other side. I generally do 2 workshops because it increases like how fast the researching goes. Uh-oh. That's not good when it's over a workshop. People from our convoy, family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she is sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. We'll do what we can. So, like I said, once we are able to get the beacon researched, which it's already 60%, so that's really good. Just 2 hours for that. Once we get the beacon up, we'll be able to send scouts out to these different locations. And there's people, there's resources, and there's all this other stuff that you can get from these places where scouts are. Yay, look! We only have 1 sick. We have 5 being treated and 1 person who's sick, who isn't being treated. So now that it's free time, these people will actually build these, and you can introduce a new law. Should we look at that? I'm not sure there's anything right now that I want to sign. So if I do this one, I'm going to need to... generally I go with child shelters because then it allows me to sign them as a medical apprentice or an engineer apprentice, which kind of gives tiny boosts to like the med bays or the engineers. So I always go with shelter, but I also have to build a children's shelter for that. So I don't want to do that because we don't have a lot of resources right now. For this one, you also have to build for both options. You either build a cemetery, which increases like hope or decreases discontent. What is it? Each burial will keep some people from work for a few hours. Cemetery hope will rise slightly. No risk of disease or unburied bodies. So Yeah, so that kind of take care of the bodies, and then you get like funerals down here that increases hope. But the thing is that corpse disposal, which is basically like a snow pit, it's really not great if you think about it morally, which is why for a long time I was doing cemeteries, and then someone suggested I do corpse disposal, because when you do corpse disposal you can do organ transplants, which keeps a lot of people alive, you know? So, oh man, why did I close that? But you have to build something for both of those. You have to build a cemetery, you have to build a snow pit. So I'm not gonna do that either. I guess I could do this one, but I don't really need to do this one right now. We'll try everything we can to cure the gravely ill from invasive surgery or to amputation, which kind of goes hand in hand with organ transplants because they'll do organ transplants. And then we kind of have this one, which is sustain life, which is we can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive. We won't risk dangerous amputations or radical treatment. But this kind of puts people in med bays and they take up space, and that's not great. Whereas this one, you know, at least like 30% will be amputees, but then you can make prosthetics later on to kind of get them back working. But also that makes it so you have to do what's it called? You have to make a factory, which kind of takes up the time that you have with researching and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure what we should do for that one. If you want to influence the, or if you think one is better than the other, you can't really influence it because I'm pre-recording these all at once. I'm batch recording. But if you think one or the other is better, please let me know in the comments. I would really enjoy that. And then you have like fight arena over here, which you have to build something, and then you have extended shift. We might as well just send this now. You can extend the workday in any facility to 14 hours. Working overtime causes discontentment. Discontentment will rise slightly. We're gonna just go and have that just in case we need it in the future. As you can see, the discontent rose a little bit there. Actually, while we are kind of in this sitting down phase and building, I'm going to call it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to, please subscribe to the channel to see the next episode. If you liked the video, please consider dropping a like. If you have any feedback for me, I'm new to content creation and I really enjoy watching Let's Plays and doing Let's Plays. So yeah, if you have any tips for me in the future, if anything that stuck out that you liked or disliked, please drop a few comments. Just with your general feelings, or even just to say hi. I would love to talk to everyone. But yeah, I will see you next time.